So we have another brand new villain coming to Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission for the Switch. This is the character of AMUZU. And again, just like with the other kind of Heroes exclusive villains, I'm not expecting this character to be featured in the Dragon Ball Super manga or anime, but again, anything can happen. And he may be featured in an upcoming Dragon Ball Heroes promo anime arc at some point in the future, but for right now, it appears like he's going to be a villain in the game. So we're going to go over that here in this video and his backstory, as well as talk a little bit about the avatar characters in the new game, Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, which is going to be coming out internationally, not just in Japan. So if you're a Switch owner and you want to get this game in English, you will get a chance to get this game on English. I'm definitely going to pick it up. And if you don't have a Switch yet, hey, the Nintendo Switch is a great system, dude. There's so many great games on it. I'm not even going to try to sell you on that here on this video. Try it out for yourself. Most Walmarts and Targets and Best Buys have one there for you to play. So anyways, let's get to AMUZU here. So first of all, credit to Cypher for translating this for us here. Basically, this is the translation from VJump. It says here, let me zoom out and I'll go into more detail as we go through. Mysterious AI life form, artificial intelligence. This new character holds an essential key. The existence of a new character has been revealed, both adorable and ominous. I don't know, I guess he's kind of adorable, maybe in a way. With something like an antennae and arms protruding from its round black body. It might seem cute on the outside, but the truth is this is one dangerous guy. This issue delivers a story mode special report. The truth is this is an AI life form created by Shirasui. This is of course Shirasui back here, and I talked about him in a video about last week or the week before, and I was kind of late with that news, but yeah, Shirasui is going to be the main antagonist, but this guy has been discussed as possibly being the secret boss of the game. So moving on here, it says AMUZU, and again, I'm not sure if he is a secret boss. I'm saying people think he is, right? This small black character appears alongside Shirasui before Beaten Company. A dazzling pale blue core can be seen in its center. It's been ascertained that Shirasui is a former member of the Galactic Patrol. Of course, we talked about that in the previous video. Furthermore, Shirasui was actually a top-ranked engineer. Indeed, AMUZU is an AI lifeform created by Shirasui. So not only is he a tough fighter, but he's also a brilliant scientist, right? AMUZU's terrifying power, it appears that by capturing battle data, it can cause its form to rapidly change. So it sounds like it's like a Ditto from Pokemon. Like it sounds like he can like copy you, you know, a shapeshifter, or he can learn your techniques. That's what it sounds like from what it's saying here. In fact, right here it says AMUZU captures the abilities of Frieza and Cell, who have appeared in Hero Town as battle data. And it says here, it says not sure. Last row of 2 characters is cut off. So that's going to be something to look forward to in the game. Now, there's a little bit more information here on the avatar characters. Now, I have not yet done a video on these characters, and I'm debating as to whether or not I should do one, because there is an interesting explanation for these characters. But these are the avatar characters of Dragon Ball Heroes. That is to say, they are the in-universe version of us. Like, if you play the game and you pick a Saiyan, you get Beat, a male Saiyan. If you pick a female Saiyan, you get Note. If you pick a Frieza race, you get Froze. You know, they're basically like in-game avatars, but they're supposed to be like real people. I'll do a whole video explaining it, but I do have some information here from Cypher going into these characters and the team battle mode that's going to be in this game. And I would totally like, once I can figure out how to set up my Twitch for the Switch, no rhyme intended there, I might play some battles with y'all too, because I have to set that up, and I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna get a new PC soon, and we'll do it right after. So, but I'll get that way before this game comes out. This game's coming out in April. It says here, we'll fight as a team. Beat doesn't have to fight alone. This time, we unveil the bonds between team members, holding the key to story mode or original character missions. Introducing your Super Dragon Ball Heroes allies and their decks. When they reach a certain level, the avatars undergo a class upgrade. At that time, their decks will also grow stronger. This time, we'll be introducing them along with their initial decks. Different scenarios for each member. As you progress through the story, you can unlock different scenarios featuring each member as a protagonist. Challenge yourself to resolve even more incidents. So unlike unlike Xenoverse, where you pretty much just pick one member of the race and do story mode, you got to play as all of them in this game. Just as with Cabra for the Majin Avatar, stories unfold around each avatar. First one here is Nemu, incredibly bright and optimistic. However, a mysterious boy fights using an android avatar. So yeah, he becomes an android in the game. Android characters are neatly arranged within Nemu's deck. They'll pull his avatar card action ability double to good use. And of course, if you've played Xenoverse, which I'm sure most of you have, you know that that game has the different races. This Heroes game, as well as the Japanese one, has more races. You know, not just the ones that are in that game. You can play as androids. Froze. Now, I did a whole video on Froze, actually, the good version of Frieza, which is what he kind of is. But he also, you know, he's got a little bit of an edge to it. It says a young boy who analyzes battle cool-headedly and seizes victory with certainty. The avatar he transforms to is a member of the Frieza clan. His card action ability burst increases the damage of special attacks. Members of the Frieza clan and planetary warriors are gathered in his deck. So the space stuff is going to be in his deck. Moving on, let's move on to the next one. Beat, of course, the protagonist of story mode can use every avatar and transform into Gray Saiyaman number 4. That's right, Gray Saiyaman 3 and 4 are going to be introduced in this game, and that's exciting. Of course, Gray Saiyaman 2 is Videl, which is known as Gray Saiya Woman in the dub, but in the Japanese version, it's Gray Saiyaman 2. Same thing, it's the same thing. Note, a cute, energetic young girl battles by transforming into the Saiyan Girl avatar. Saiyan characters are lined up in Note's deck, powers up using action card abilities like Change. Kagyu, possessing an absurdly high power, a seriously young boy who could truly call super, pilots a Namekian avatar with ease, uses the Namekian avatar with the card action ability Fusion, specialized in merging with Piccolo to drastically strengthen battle tactics. Don't sleep on Namekians. I think too many people slept on them in other games. Namekians are very powerful in Dragon Ball Heroes. Trust me on this one. They are not the weakest link. Cabra, a bit of a scatterbrained, goofy young boy, transforms to a Majin avatar. Cabra's Majin avatar has the card action ability Lock On. Members of the Majin race also form the heart of his deck. Story mode features team battles. You can choose 2 or other members besides Beat and carry 3-on-3 versus battles against the enemy. 3 members deck HP becomes team HP and they fight together as friends. That is awesome. Let's hope that whenever we do team up mode, we don't have the one dude who's, you know, making us pick up the slack here. Hey, that could be me for all we know. Moving on here, take on bosses in teams of 3. In boss battles, team members can each challenge the boss one at a time. While whittling down the boss's HP, you can swap to the next member. Aim for the knockout victories against bosses by combining everyone's power. Okay, that sounds like fun. And then it talks about all the different bond levels and things like that. You can deepen the bonds with people who you've battled with. So it reminds me of Pokemon in a way. How you know the more you use your Pokemon, the more you give them berries, things like that. The more you become bonded with them. Very similar kind of thing here, except that in this game there's no Pokemon. It's just whoever you pick for your battles. So there's going to be a lot of different ways to play this game, and I for one am excited. Plus the Switch game, which means we can take it anywhere you want. It's a mobile game because Switch is a mobile system. So really, it's going to be a different kind of Dragon Ball Heroes game. It's not going to be the same as the Japanese Dragon Ball Heroes arcade game, even though there are going to be some similarities as far as, obviously, the lore and the characters. You're going to have the wacky different versions of Goku, Vegeta, Vegito, the Zeno characters. They're all going to be there, right? The alternate timeline characters. That's all going to be there. But this game appears to be a lot more like a singularly focused game, even though it doesn't actually specify if the team members, if it's just on your team or if it's multiplayer. I think it's going to be multiplayer. I think there will be multiplayer missions, sort of like what they did with Xenoverse. I totally think that's going to be a thing, or multiplayer, you know, scenarios. But I could be wrong. But I don't think it's going to be a solo game only. I think you're going to have the option of teaming up with your friends or not. Either way, I do think the story mode, though, will be completable even by yourself, obviously, when you have to fight AMUZU, and Shirasui in the game. So basically, one thing I will tell y'all too is that all of these avatar characters have been revealed before, with the exception of there's actually one new one. I think it's actually the Android one. I gotta double check that because I don't think I've seen him before, actually, or the Namekian one. I don't remember which one. I know that they have the different avatars already in there, and I could be wrong, but I'm trying to remember. Also, conspicuous by his absence, I don't see a human character here either. And that's interesting. Also, be aware that in Dragon Ball Heroes, they also have class upgrades too. So you can upgrade to like Super Saiyan God and then eventually Blue. And they're called God class and Super God class. So they're going to incorporate something like that in this game, I assume. So that's it for this Dragon Ball Heroes update. That's essentially all I have for you here. I look forward to playing this game on the Switch when it comes out. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all soon.